Hello everyone and welcome to Innovative Science Tutorials. Students, today we are about to start up with a very important chapter of class 10 biology, that is circulatory system. Now before diving into the details, children, let me just show you the contents that we are going to cover today. First of all, we'll focus at an introduction to human physiology and circulatory system. So here basically we are going to learn that what is human physiology and what is human circulatory system. Next children, we will focus at need of circulatory system, and finally we'll see an overview of the various types of fluids. That is the most important part of the circulatory system. Let us first understand that what is human physiology. Children, if we see etymologically, then the word physiology is composed of two root words. First is a Latin word, that is physio, okay? And physio means physical. Physio means physical. The second word is logos, which is a Greek word. This is a Greek word. What is the meaning of logos? Logos means to study. So we conclude here that physiology, is specifically human physiology, is the branch of biology that deals with the study of all the physiological processes, all the life activities that are carried out inside the body of a human being. Now children, if I ask you what are these life activities or life processes, then there is a long list. The first one in the list is digestion. Okay, this is the conversion of complex food into simpler absorbable form, that is glucose. Now once the food is digested and absorbed by the blood in the form of glucose, the next step is cellular respiration, okay, in which energy is gained or harnessed from the glucose. Third beta, when there will be respiration or any other metabolic activity, then obviously some excretory products will be produced, that will be eliminated by the excretory system, and the process is called excretion. So all these are one type of life process. Next word children, next is circulation. Very important, very important. Circulation, also known as transportation. And the fifth one, control and coordination, that is done by the nervous system. So last one, that is control and coordination. But you must be thinking in your mind, is reproduction also a type of life process? No. Absolutely no, it's not a life process. Why? Because we can survive, we can stay alive without reproducing also. जिंदा रहने के लिए, alive रहने के लिए ये सारे activities जरूरी है. Digestion, respiration, excretion, circulation, control and coordination. लेकिन reproduce करना ज़रूरी नहीं है. अगर कोई infertile है, कोई भी मेल या फीमेल, वो reproduce नहीं कर सकते, तो भी वो alive रह सकते हैं. They can remain alive. So that is the reason reproduction is not a life process. Enough I have explained children. Let us proceed further. Now students, first of all, let us understand the meaning of circulatory system. As you can see, there are two words here. One is circulatory and the other is system. We all know what is system beta. It is group of organs, isn't it? Group of organs. Then what is circulatory word indicating over here? It is simply indicating that this system, that is the circulatory system, works on the principle of circulation. That means something keeps on circulating in the body, throughout the body, and in turn along with that other substances that needed to be transported from one part of the body to the other, they also gets circulated. So that is what is here the meaning of circulatory system. Okay, so if we look on to the definition of circulatory system, then all the body parts that help in the transportation or movement of various substances in the body, okay, in the body collectively constitute the circulatory system. मतलब बॉडी का वो हर एक पार्ट जो किसी भी तरह से किसी भी वे में मूवमेंट ऑफ सब्सटेंसेस को हेल्प कर रहा है या सपोर्ट कर रहा है या मूवमेंट ऑफ सब्सटेंसेस कर रहा है, तो वो क्या कहलाएगा? वो कहलाएगा पार्ट ऑफ द सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम। और ऐसे बहुत सारे पार्ट्स मिलके क्या बनाएंगे? वो सारे मिलके बनाएंगे सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम। नाउ आई होप दिस इज क्लियर. Now let us understand that what is the need of the circulatory system. Why is the circulatory system so important for the human beings? So in order to understand this, I have segregated it into 4 subtopics. First is role in digestion, second is role in respiration, third is role in excretion, and the fourth one is role in hormone distribution. So let us begin with the first one. Children, we all know that we need energy to do work, and this energy comes from the food we eat, isn't it? Food gives energy, and energy is utilized to do various types of activities, to do various types of work. Now suppose I take one chapati right now. I ingest it into my mouth and I say that I will get the energy. Is it possible? No, it's not possible. Why so? Because this chapati is a complex food, isn't it? It's a complex food. We cannot obtain energy from it directly. We can obtain the energy stored in it, present in it, only when we convert it into a simpler form, isn't it? So the conversion of complex food into simpler form or simpler food is known as what? It is known as digestion, isn't it? That means during the process of digestion, complex food becomes converted or gets converted into simpler food, and the simplest form of food is called what? It is called glucose. So this is what is done during the process of digestion. Okay, digestion completed, absorption takes place by the small intestine. Till here no problem. What next? Now glucose is absorbed by the blood, by the small intestine. Now what will be the next procedure? Next, this glucose must reach each and every part of the body, isn't it? Each and every part of the body. In other words, each and every cell of the body. हर एक सेल को एनर्जी चाहिए, चाहिए कि नहीं? खाना चाहिए, फूड चाहिए, ग्लूकोज चाहिए, ठीक है? क्यों चाहिए अभी हम लोग देखेंगे. तो ग्लूकोज हर एक सेल को चाहिए. कौन ले जाएगा? Obviously circulatory system. This is the transporting system. So what it will do? It will carry, it will transport the digested food, that is the simplest form of food called glucose, to the different parts of the body. Next, this glucose, on reaching the different parts of the body, that is the target site or the target cells where it is supplied, in that particular part of the body, each and every cell will utilize this glucose. How will they utilize this glucose? They will do cellular respiration. What they will do, children? They will do cellular respiration, which is the second process here. Okay, so first digestion of food and then cellular respiration or oxidation of food. Cellular respiration is also known as oxidation, isn't it? Why so? In order to get energy, isn't it? Along with energy, carbon dioxide and water will also be produced. We all know that. And energy in what form, children? Energy in the form of ATP, and in case of aerobic respiration it is 38 ATP. So done. Next step also complete. Now respiration had taken place and energy is liberated, isn't it? So this is what is respiration. Now done. Respiration is done. What about these two? Of the energy will be used by that particular part of the body, those particular cells of that organ or tissue. But what about the carbon dioxide and water, which are the waste product? Beta, this will again be carried to another system of the body, that is called the excretory system, isn't it? अब ये कहाँ जाएगा waste product? I am just giving you one example to understand the entire concept of the need of circulatory system. Okay, so अब ये जाएगा excretory system में. excretory system अगर primary excretory organs देखें तो क्या है? kidneys है, लेकिन kidney के अलावा भी बेटा बहुत सारे accessory एक्सक्रीटरी ऑर्गन्स होते हैं, जैसे कि लंग्स. तो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड कहाँ जाएगा? कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड जाएगा ब्लड के साथ लंग्स में इन द फॉर्म ऑफ कार्बामिनो हीमोग्लोबिन. ठीक है, आई टीच यू लेटर ऑन अबाउट दैट. नाउ एंड वाटर विल गो टू द किडनी सपोज. ठीक है, तो this is the way. Again there is the need of the circulatory system, the transporting system here, in order to transport the excretory waste. Okay, next what? So digestion, then respiration. For respiration, the digested food glucose carried away to the different parts of the body by the blood. That is a part of the circulatory system. Again, whatever excretory products was produced by the different cells of the body during the process of respiration, carried to the excretory organs of the body again by the circulatory system. यहाँ पे फिर से यहाँ पे भी था. ठीक है, तो till here I hope this is clear. Now what about the need of circulatory system for hormone distribution? See children, hormone is generally produced by the endocrine glands. There is one exocrine gland also, that is the pancreas. Pancreas is actually both endocrine gland as well as exocrine gland. ठीक है, वो दोनों तरह से बिहेव करता है. अभी हम लोग बात करते हैं endocrine glands की. तो endocrine glands जो होते हैं, endocrine glands, endocrine का मतलब ही होता है बिना डक्ट वाले, that is ductless glands. इनका secretions जो भी हार्मोन होता है, इनका हार्मोन डायरेक्टली कहाँ पे पोर होता है बेटा? ब्लड में पोर होता है. ठीक है, तो इसको हम लोग एक एग्जांपल से समझते हैं. लेट अस टेक द एग्जांपल ऑफ थायराइड ग्लैंड. अब थायराइड ग्लैंड से जो हार्मोन प्रोड्यूस होता है उसका नाम क्या है? थायरोक्सिन नाम है. थायरोक्सिन बॉडी के किसी पर्टिकुलर पार्ट में जरूरत है. ठीक है, अगर थायरोक्सिन हार्मोन का, लेट अस से फॉर इंस्टेंस. ठीक है, अब ये होगा क्या? थायराइड ग्लैंड विल पोर द थायरोक्सिन हार्मोन इनटू द ब्लड. वेयर विल इट पोर इट? इट विल पोर इट into the blood, and blood in turn will transport it to the target site. जहाँ पे भी जरूरत है, बॉडी के जिस भी पार्ट में, ऑर्गन में इस हार्मोन का जरूरत होगा, वहां पे जाके ब्लड उसको सप्लाई कर देगा और उस पार्ट को हम लोग बोलेंगे टारगेट साइट. इसका मतलब क्या है कि हार्मोन के डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के लिए भी क्या चाहिए? एक ट्रांसपोर्टिंग सिस्टम चाहिए, एक सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम चाहिए. सो दिस इज द रीजन दैट सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम इज very important, because if we see on the broad level, then what you can notice here, you can conclude that all the systems, whether it is digestive system, respiratory system, excretory system, endocrine system, any other system, they all are linked with circulatory system. Directly or indirectly, they all depend on the circulatory system for the transportation of substances throughout the body. I hope this concept is clear children. So let us proceed to the next one. Next is the various types of fluids that are found in human body and are a part of the circulatory system. These fluids are popularly known as the body fluids, and primarily there are three types of body fluids. First is blood, second is tissue fluid, and the third one is lymph. In this class we are going to have just an overview of blood and lymph. Blood and lymph, they are a much detailed concept that we will do in a lot of detail in some other session separately. Okay, so now we are going to have an overview of all the three. So let us start with the blood first. Children, as we know, blood is what? It is a fluid connective tissue. Blood क्या होता है? Blood is a fluid connective tissue. What is the color of the blood, children? The color of blood is red, isn't it? Why so? Because of the RBCs? नहीं बेटा, RBCs की वजह से नहीं, बल्कि RBCs के अंदर पाए जाने वाला एक पिगमेंट होता है जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं हीमोग्लोबिन. So the blood is red in color due to the hemoglobin. Now in the hemoglobin also there is one component which is actually responsible for the red color. What is that? That is heme. Heme means iron or ferrous. And what is this globin? This is one type of protein. So actually this hemoglobin is composed of two substances. One is iron, whereas the other is a protein, that is globin. Iron part of the hemoglobin is responsible for the red color of the blood. Next is what, children? Next is the pH of blood. Means if we talk about the pH of blood, then it ranges from 7.35 to 7.45. You can call it 7.3 to 7.4. So this is the pH range for blood. That means what beta? The nature of blood is slightly alkaline. Blood जो है वो slightly alkaline है क्योंकि इसका pH वैल्यू जो है वो 7 से थोड़ा ज्यादा है. 7 होने से कोई भी सब्सटेंस जो है वो न्यूट्रल होगा, isn't it? And below 7 acidic. So it's, you can see the value. This is the reason that blood is slightly alkaline. What else, children? Blood is, if we taste it, then blood is salty to taste. And children, we all know that blood is a constantly circulating fluid. It provides all the nutrients, respiratory gases, that is oxygen is supplied, carbon dioxide is taken away, waste materials are removed from the different parts of the body. All these functions are carried out by the blood. Apart from this, there are numerous functions, children, that we will be doing in the subsequent classes. The important thing here that we should know is that blood is composed of two types of part. First is the solid part, okay, and the second is the liquid part or the fluid part. So solid part is called what? Solid part is called the blood corpuscles or the blood cells. These blood corpuscles are again of three types, like red blood cells, also known as erythrocytes. Second, WBCs, that is white blood cells, also known as leukocytes. And finally, platelets, also known as the thrombocytes. We will study them in detail in a separate session. Okay, children? So, solid component. Next is what? Liquid component, beta. It is known as plasma. Now, if we talk about the percentage of solid component, children, then solid component is around 46%, okay, and the liquid component, that is the plasma, is around 54%. तो 54% प्लाज्मा होता है ब्लड में और बाकी का 46% जो होता है वो होता है ब्लड corpuscles. That's all for blood now, children. So let us move on to the next one, that is the tissue fluid. Now, in order to understand about the tissue fluid, I'll have to tell you something again about blood. Children, blood flows through some vessels, okay, closed vessels, which are known as what? Which are known as the blood vessels. क्यों? क्योंकि उनके अंदर से कौन फ्लो कर रहा है? ब्लड फ्लो कर रहा है. वेजल्स का मतलब क्या है बेटा? वेजल्स का मतलब होता है पाइपलाइन. तो ब्लड पाइपलाइंस और ब्लड वेजल्स, ये कितने टाइप के होते हैं? दीज आर ऑफ थ्री टाइप्स. फर्स्ट, arteries, which are the thickest, okay, these are the thickest blood vessels. Then we have the veins, which are thinner as compared to arteries, so thinner. And finally we have the finest one, thinnest one, which are what? Which are the capillaries. ठीक है, capillaries vein के भी होते हैं, arteries के भी होते हैं. पढ़ाऊंगी मैं आपको एक अलग सेशन में, बिल्कुल डिटेल में सब कुछ पढ़ना है हम लोगों को इस चैप्टर में. सो दीज आर द फाइनेस्ट वन, ओके, और द थिनेस्ट वन. Three types of blood vessels. Now suppose this is one capillary. Okay, this is one capillary. The wall of capillary is made up of single layer of cells. Very important to remember. Okay, single layer of cells are there on the wall of the capillaries. Now, why so? This is for easy diffusion of substances in and out of the capillary wall. Okay, diffusion of substances in and out of the capillary wall. Suppose a capillary is supplying blood to a tissue. Suppose here is a tissue. This is a tissue to which the capillary is supplying blood. Let's say. Now this tissue is having cells, isn't it? Let us say I am just showing 3 cells. In between the cells, what you can see, children? You can see that there are intercellular spaces. खाली जगह है सेल्स के बीच में, ठीक है. इनको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? इंटरसेलुलर स्पेसेस. ये क्या है? सेल्स है उस टिश्यू के, ठीक है. सेल बहुत सा मैंने 3 दिखाया है यहाँ पे, तो सेल्स लिख देती हूँ, सेल्स, ठीक है. अब यहाँ पे काफी खाली जगह. अब होता क्या है? ब्लड फ्लो होता है कैपिलरी से. कैपिलरी सप्लाई कर रहा है ब्लड किसको? इस पर्टिकुलर टिश्यू को. ये एक टिश्यू भी हो सकता है या एक ऑर्गन भी हो सकता है, आप जो मानकर चलो, दोनों में सेम ही चीज अप्लाई होगा, ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे ब्लड है कैपिलरी के अंदर. अब होता क्या है? कैपिलरी के अंदर आरबीसीज भी है, डब्ल्यूबीसीज भी है, प्लाज्मा भी है, इजंट इट? प्लेटलेट्स भी है, सब कुछ है. सारे कंपोनेंट्स ऑफ ब्लड है इसके अंदर. इनमें से बेटा जो डब्ल्यूबीसीज है और जो प्लाज्मा है, ये क्या करते हैं? दे डिफ्यूज आउट थ्रू द वॉल ऑफ द कैपिलरी. हु? Plasma and WBC, they diffuse out through the wall of the capillary and they in turn enter the intercellular spaces of the tissue or the organ where that particular capillary, this is the capillary which is supplying the blood, ठीक है. तो they have diffused into this tissue. इस टिश्यू के किस जगह में या इस ऑर्गन के किस जगह में? इंटरसेलुलर स्पेसेस में. जैसे ही उन्होंने एंटर किया इंटरसेलुलर स्पेसेस ऑफ टिश्यू या ऑर्गन में, उस टाइम पे अब ये क्या कहलाएगा? अब ये कहलाएगा टिश्यू फ्लूइड. सो टिश्यू फ्लूइड इज नथिंग बट इट इज द फ्लूइड दैट इज कंपोज्ड ऑफ प्लाज्मा एंड WBCs. ओके, in where is it present beta? In the intercellular spaces of any tissue or organ. I hope this is clear. So this is what is tissue fluid. Now till now we haven't complete, children. What is the function of this tissue fluid? Let us understand now. See, like all other cells of the body, these 3 cells which I have shown as an example here, they will also do what beta? They will also do respiration, isn't it? The various life processes. Let us say for example, I am taking for example only respiration. They will do everything. They will do digestion, they will do excretion, they will do all those things. So in order to understand the function of tissue fluid, I have taken one life process, that is respiration. Now when these cells will do respiration, what will they take? They will take oxygen gas. And when they complete respiration, what will they release? They all will release carbon dioxide. Where will they release this CO2? Into the intercellular spaces. What is filled in these intercellular spaces? The tissue fluid is filled here, isn't it? Where do they get the oxygen from for the process of respiration? They get the oxygen from the tissue fluid only. That means tissue fluid supply oxygen and it also takes away the carbon dioxide that is produced during the process of respiration as a byproduct or as an excretory product. समझ में आया? मतलब it will supply something and at the same time it will supply the useful substances to the cells which are present there in that particular tissue or organ, and not only that, it will carry away all the harmful or unuseful substances from the cells of that particular tissue or organ where it is present. So this is the role of tissue fluid. Like this, it is helping or it is serving as a part of the circulatory system. I hope now it is clear that how tissue fluid serves as a part of the circulatory system. वो किस तरह से circulatory system का part बनकर काम करते हैं. I hope this is clear. So tissue fluid is also very important, children. All the parts of the circulatory system, all the body fluids, they all have their own significance. Now let us move on to the next one. So next is what, beta? Next is the last one, that is lymph. What is lymph, children? Now lymph, first of all, it is a pale colored fluid, isn't it? Sorry, pale yellow colored fluid. कैसा फ्लूइड है? पेल येलो कलर्ड फ्लूइड है. ये कहाँ पे पाया जाता है बेटा? lymph is found in lymph vessels and lymphatic organs. lymph vessels में और lymphatic organs में पाया जाता है. lymphatic organs कितने टाइप्स के होते हैं? 2 types के होते हैं. How many types, children? 2 types. And what are they? These are tonsils. ठीक है, एक होता है tonsils और दूसरा होता है spleen. So these are the 2 types of lymphatic organs, and lymph is present in lymph vessels and the lymphatic organs. I hope till here you all don't have any doubt. In case of any doubt, you all will ask me in the comment box. Next what, children? Now how is this lymph actually produced? Now again, to understand this, we will have to go back to the tissue fluid. Now, what was tissue fluid? It is the fluid that was present in the intercellular spaces of tissues or organs. Now, when this tissue fluid, it enters spatial vessels, okay? Spatial vessels known as the lymph vessels, okay? Then it is known as the lymph. तो टिश्यू फ्लूइड जैसे ही lymphatic vessels में, lymph vessels में, या फिर हम लोग अगर more specifically बोले lymphatic system में वो जैसे ही enter कर जाता है टिश्यू फ्लूइड, तो उसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? We call it as lymph. I hope you all have understood. Now this is a very long story and we are going to study the details of lymphatic system in the last session of the chapter circulatory system. Okay, so we are keeping till here for today. See you all very soon in the next class with the next part of this chapter, and that will be about blood and its components. So that's all for today, children. Stay tuned, and in case of any doubt, do let me know in the comment box. Thank you.